they have a set time.
All right, so today is December 19th. It is 1:15 p.m. Eastern Time. This is a 1-month review, 30 days after me going to CDL school and getting my CDL. So it's been 1 month exactly from the time that I started at the school until today. So today would be a 1-month celebration. So the school that I went to was called Select CDL Driving School. This is the date. This is one of the cups they give you. Reason I'm covering is called Select CDL Driving School. There's the date. They gave me this. It's 11/19/2025. So that's the date that I started the class. This is the first thing they give you, one of these. You get yourself a vest, and you get yourself a hat like this. That's the school, Select CDL Driving School. Then they give you also paperwork, which is something similar to this. It's pretty much their rendition of the pre-trip, you know, the components, the parts, and all that. It would be nice if they had little pictures like that, but it's pretty much something like this, where you go through each part. You know, the lights and the components, alternator, water pumps. It's the pre-trip. It's what's inside your CDL manual. So if you're going for your CDL license, pretty much this is what you're going to do when you get to the motor vehicles. This is the test that you're going to take. So this is pretty much what you have to study. The most important part is when you get to the end, they ask you about, you know, all this stuff is what they're going to be talking to you about. This one is pretty cool because it actually has the little pictures showing you what exactly it is. The back of the truck, the air brakes, brake chamber, the bus space in between the two wheels, your external lights, so it's showing you your clearance lights and your four-way, these are your side lights on the side of the trailer, which are considered they're considered 4 different type of lights. Your four-way flashers, turn signals, so forth, and brakes and running lights. Then you have here also, you have your in-cab and your air brakes and tug tests. So you're going to be testing your brakes, and you're going to be testing your air brakes, and you're going to test the tug test, and then you're going to do what they call a in-cab pre-trip. This is all part of the CDL training. So when you go to the motor vehicles, you have to do this. So pretty much if you fail the air brakes test, you fail the whole thing. So pretty much this is a rundown of what you're supposed to do inside the DMV to get your CDL license. Once you do this, so I went to this school, Select. It's called Select CDL Driving School. It is in association with the company called PAM Transport. It is a trucking company. They doing right now a 6 months. You pay back 6 months driving for them, and they will pay for the $7,500 that the school is going to charge you. The school charges $7,500, and PAM Transport will pay for it if you drive for them for 6 months, which is a fair deal. Other schools charge more, and other schools, other companies want you to drive a whole year. So a breakdown of how to get into school, and I'm going to give you a quick review of Select CDL Driving School. I'll give you a quick breakdown of what I went through, how the school is, and so forth. The school, for you to get in, you have to pretty much be over 21. You have to get your permit in whatever state you're in. So you get your CDL permit, and you get your. You don't have to get your DOT med exam. They will pay for it. So I advise you. I paid for mines, which was kind of silly because I paid almost $110, and then they paid another one, so now I have two. When you get your CDL permit, then you tell them you got your CDL permit. They will send you to a medical examiner where you're going to go and get your medical exam to get your DOT med exam, plus you will be doing a drug test. So the drug test that Pam, this school does, the Select CDL Driving School, is not hair. They don't do hair follicles. They do urine tests. Those of you who are worried about hair sampling, they don't do hair. This is pretty much the only company that does urine sample only. Pretty much you give a urine sample when you go to get your DOT. Once you pass that, they set you up to ship you over to one of the, I think you're going to go to Arkansas. The main school is Arkansas, so usually they send everyone there. That's where the school is. I don't think there's any other school anywhere else. Select is on the premises of the PAM company. So there is a big area there they have. So they either send you a bus ticket or a plane ticket, or they give you $100 for gas for you to drive yourself. So you have those three options. So once you get there, they do pay for the hotel. They pay for the breakfast. That's it. Hotel, they pay for the breakfast. They pay for your transportation over there, and they have a van, and they also give you $100 at the end of the week. So you're there for 3 weeks. The training is 3 weeks. The training is 3 weeks. No, you don't train Saturdays and Sundays. So you're only training Monday to Friday. During those 3 weeks, they give you $100 at the end of the week, cash. I repeat, they give you $100 cash. They give you a $100 bill, and then you spend it however you feel fit. You also need $50 when you get over there. You're going to need $50, or you could use the $100 that they give you to pay for your DMV test kit. The test kit is for your road test, so that when you finish the training, you go to take your CDL to go to the DMV to take your exam to pass to get your CDL license. That's what the $50 is for. You could pay it out of your $100 that they give you. What else? There is a van that picks you up in the morning. Classes are between 7 in the morning until 5 o'clock. But usually we leave about 4:30. So it's not the whole day. You're not there all day. It's 4:30. Sometimes we leave, sometimes a little later, sometimes a little earlier. But always after 4 o'clock. So also there are vans that take you from the school to the hotel that you're staying at. So they pay for the hotel and the breakfast. You got to pay for lunch and dinner. There are some locations there that you can eat. There's places that sell sandwiches and stuff like that nearby that you can buy pizza and stuff like that during your lunch. The training is pretty much, like I said, they give you a paper like this. It has like, it's not this one, but it's something like this that it pretty much breaks down the truck. That's all paper that they give you. Then they give you a couple of videos that you must do within the first week. They're called J.J. Keller's videos. There's 48 videos that you pretty much run through. If you already did your permit, it's pretty much repeating the permit stuff. So if you got your permit already, which you must get before going to the school, it's pretty much the permit repeated. There's a couple of videos there that have extra info that are not part of the permit process, but the majority of the 48 videos is pretty much your permit. So you're just repeating like the permit stuff, watching these videos, and then you answer some questions. It's like a little test after every video, and they want you to do it within the first week. So the second, they actually give it to you like 3 days in. So on the third day, if you start on a Wednesday, I started on a Wednesday. On Friday, they gave us the videos, and they give you 1 week to do it, which is plenty of time to do it. If you don't finish it, they will throw you out. Somebody got thrown out for not finishing it. The guy was up to like 33 videos. He didn't finish the 48. They want you to finish it by that Friday. You have to finish it. There's no reason that you should not finish it. They will throw you out. There's no reason why you should not finish it. So pretty much that's the other part of the training, is doing these little videos. That's pretty much all there is in videos and paper. They also give you a CDL regulation book. It is something that you get later on. It's a trucking DOT regulation book. It's not part of the test. It's just a book they give you with all the regulations in it. But the studying part is the paper that they give you and the J.J. Keller 48 videos, which you pretty much can skip through them. If you know the stuff already, you can actually fast forward the videos and go through them pretty quick. And just get the answers and go through the tests and finish them before Friday. So it's like you got 1 week to do it. There should be no reason to finish it. If you don't finish it, they throw you out. So they say by Friday, this has to be done before Friday. Make sure you finish it before Friday, because they will throw you out, meaning you're going home. They'll send you home. They don't play games. So that's pretty much what happens with the studying part. The second part is pretty much the first day you get there. You go to the hotel, you come downstairs, 6:15, you get your breakfast in the hotel. Some people take breakfast with them, but you get downstairs in the hotel, 6:15, the first van goes out, take you to the school. The van there's two vans, so they kind of do a couple of trips, taking all the students to the school. Just make sure by 6:45 you're downstairs, because they will leave you. School starts at 7, so 7 o'clock you sign in. You put your vest on, your safety vest and your name tag, and you sign in. After that, pretty much the first day is the only day you're in class for the first part until lunchtime. This is the only day that I was in class, meaning sitting down in a classroom. The first day. After the first day, after lunch, you're pretty much in a truck. They have a field where they run these trucks. There's about 13 trucks on this field. The setup of the fields for each truck is set up like the DMV. There are cones, and there are different lanes, and the lanes are numbered, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, till 13. The ones that I saw were up to 12, and they had some more in the back. So I saw up to 12 lanes with 12 trucks. So these are trucks in each lane that are running with the tractor trailer. Okay, so you got the whole truck, and they put a certain amount of students in each lane to practice in the trucks. So in the morning, they put your name on a big TV monitor. You look and you see where your name is on which lane you're going to be in, and you're in for that lane for that day. So in the morning when you come in, you sign in. They turn the monitor on, the TV on, and there is your name. Your name is in that lane. You at 7 o'clock, you go outside and you stand in the lane. This happens regardless if it's raining, snowing, cold, windy. It doesn't matter. The only reason they will bring you back inside is if there is a lot of lightning. If there's a lot of lightning strikes within a mile or something within the school, they will tell everybody to get inside because of lightning strikes. If they're within 1 mile of the school. If they're not 1 mile within the school, we're out there standing in the rain. So bring a poncho, bring a wet gear. You're coming prepared. There should be no excuse for you, whether it's cold or hot. Depending when you're coming out to the school. So be prepared when you get there. Like, make sure you bring your gear, your gloves, your hat, whatever you need to be out there, because you're going to be out there whether it's raining or not, whether it's cold or not, whether it's windy or not windy, whether it's snowing or not. So you're out in that field every day between 7 and 5 o'clock. Okay, you get a 1 hour break, a 1 hour lunch break, and you get you get 2 half-hour, it's kind of like half an hour breaks. You get 2 half-an-hour breaks. So that's out of 10 hours from 7 to 5, 2 hours are taken up. 1 hour is the lunchtime, and the other hour is broken up into 2 break times. So pretty much you're in, you go to lunch at 11:30, you eat your lunch, you're back out there at 12:30, and you're back in the truck, and then you go back on the line, pretty much in your lane to go inside the truck. And what you're doing is maneuvers. The maneuvers that you're going to be doing is going to be the maneuvers that you need to learn to pass the DMV test. So as you're going, you're learning more and more maneuvers. First, you're doing your pull-ups and your straight backs, pull-up and straight backs. After a couple of days, then you're going to do your pull-out. After you do your pull-out, then you start doing your parallel parking and stopping in the box. So that's something that you're going to learn as you go within those 3 weeks. So the training is for 3 weeks. You get a 3 weeks training. Like I said, there's no Sundays or Saturdays. You pretty much stay in the hotel Saturdays and Sundays. So the first week you get the J.J. Keller, 48 videos. You have to get that done. And then you have to kind of every day get in the truck and do your air brake test and your in-cab pre-trip. So pretty much every day you're doing this. Like if you was driving a truck. So pretty much you're doing what you're going to be doing on the field. When you're driving a truck, you're going to do a pre-trip inspection of your truck every day before you start and drive your truck. So this is pretty much what you're going to be doing. You're going to be doing exactly this whole thing every day for the rest of your life if you're going to drive a truck. So this is pretty much what they drill you on, and you're pretty much repeating this every day ad nauseum. Okay, so you're going to do it over and over and over and over. The instructors there are pretty good. I must say a lot of them are pretty cool. There's no smoking in the school. You can smoke outside, with consideration of your other students. So pretty much you're standing outside for 8 hours. Remember, it's 10 hours from 7 to 5. 2 hours is used up. 1 hour is for lunch, and the other hour is broken up into 2 half-an-hour breaks. So you're out there for 8 hours on the field with the truck, standing in a line, waiting to get in the truck after the other student does his maneuvers. The next student is allowed to get into the truck. After they stop, then you go in, and then it's just a repetition. So it's like rotation. So you go in the truck, and then after you do your maneuvers, the next student goes into the truck. A lot of people complain that there's a lot of information. All I got to say is, while you're standing out there waiting to get in the truck, go over your pre-trip. Like, don't be talking with the other students about nonsense and frivolous stuff. You should be studying this. So while you're standing out there, because the majority of the time you're going to be standing, if it's 8 hours you're out in the field, 4 hours is going to be waiting to get in the truck. The other 4 hours, you're going to be driving the truck. So by you getting in and out and then waiting for other students to do their maneuvers, you should start studying your pre-trip. Go over your parts, go over, instead of talking with other students about frivolous stuff, go over your pre-trip. And you will get it without a problem. What they want you to do is, once you finish this training, when you go there are 3 times they take you out also. So the school is pretty much drilling you with this. This is the only paper they give you. After this, 3 times they take you out on the road. They do 3 road tests. After your first week, after doing a couple of straight backs your first week, and you pass your J.J. Keller, and at the first week ending, they take you out on the road to see how you drive. Okay? So they'll take 3 students in 1 truck, and each student will drive 45 minutes. It's pretty good. You go on the highway, 1 student drives up the mountain, coming down the mountain. So each student will drive a different part of this road trip. So it's almost 3-hour trip. It's pretty much the whole morning. When you go, your name will be on road trip. You'll see your name on the list. Instead of being in the lane, you'll be on a road trip. So you get on the truck with the instructor and you go, you know, on the road. This happens 3 times. The first one is kind of scary, because it'll be the first time that you drive a truck if you're new to driving a truck. The second time you kind of like get used to it, because now you're a little bit better. And the third time we go out, we actually go to the DMV test site. So we kind of like go where the DMV takes you to test you on the road. So it's pretty cool, because that's pretty much what happens. They'll take you to the area, and they'll take you on the road that the DMV tests you on, so that you can maneuver and you can see what type of turning you have to do, and you know, so that you could get a sneak peek at the location and the route that the DMV is going to take you on, which is pretty cool, because it actually does help a lot when you take your actual DMV test with the examiner. You already know the route, you already know how to turn, make sure you don't hit the curb. There are certain things that you must do and not fail. When you take one of the things that will automatically fail you is hitting the curb with your trailer, your tandem wheels in the back. If you hit the curb, you fail. If you miss the box, the back box, when you back up, you fail. So there are certain things that you don't want to fail at. Also, let me see what else did I miss. After the school, pretty much the training, so they give you the paper, you got your J.J. Keller videos, you got your 3 road tests they take you on throughout the 3 weeks, and you got your maneuvers, your straight back, your stop box, your pull out, and your parallel parking, and then your back stop box, where you back up the truck into a stop box and you stop right inside the box. These are all part of the CDL, the DMV maneuvers. The school, as far as I'm concerned, I give it a 9 out of a 10. Okay, 10 being perfect. I give the school a 9. They really do train you well. If you're looking for a school that's going to train you within a couple of weeks, I would say Select CDL Driving School is a great place to go. They don't mess around. They don't play games. So if you're looking for somebody to train you that they don't play games with people, they're pretty straightforward. They're going to tell you what it is. They're going to tell you, you know, what it's about, whether you like it or not. They're not going to, as you say, bullshit you. They will tell you the truth, whether you can make it or not. They did get rid of people there. When I was there, people got thrown out. Some people got thrown out because they couldn't drive, and the school realized that this person was not able to drive, and they threw them out. I mean, they just totally threw them out. Like, they just got rid of them. They don't care. I mean, they're not there to hold your hand. You have to have some sort of skill. Like, it's a 3-week training for you to pass the DMV test. If they feel you're not going to pass the test, there's no reason for you to take the test. So they kind of just leave you and they just throw you out. They'll just say, look, you're not qualified. We're not going to let our school get, you know, look bad because you're just not a truck driver. You know, it's for some people and for some people not. Another thing they do, they don't play around with the studies. The first week they tell you, you got to get this thing done. J.J. Keller videos, you got to get that thing done with 1 week. They mean it. I seen people get thrown out. Somebody, when I was there, got thrown out for not completing it. Okay, he was 33. There's 48 videos. He did 33, and they threw him out. That Friday. So it's like they tell you they want this done by Friday. The Friday morning, they throwing you out. There's no joking around there. Also, on the second week, they do a second drug test. Now, the drug test is a urine test, so they will test you again. I don't know what day it is, but I know after the second week, they do another drug test. So it's a surprise drug test on a day we don't know. You just pop up and say, we're going to the drug thing, and they take everybody to take a second drug test. So I advise you, if you're going to go, don't use drugs, like give it up, just give it up. So these are certain things that the school does. As far as the school is concerned, I believe this is a great school because they don't pretty much keep you in the classroom. You're only in the classroom a couple of hours the first day. The rest of the time you're in a truck. So you're constantly in a truck doing your pre-trip. You're constantly doing this over and over and over and over. They drilling this into your head. Your pre-trip, your in-cab inspection, your testing, your air brakes. You're constantly doing it to a point where it's just nauseating. I got to a point after 2 weeks, I was sick of it. I wanted to take the test already, and they told me, no, you got to wait. But I passed. The first time I took the DMV test, I passed. You know, I had no problem passing. So the school, I give it a 9 out of a 10 because of the way they just constantly drill it and drill it and drill it into you. So pretty much, if you're willing, if you want, I would recommend this school greatly. And I don't know about the company yet because I'm just starting out, but I'm gonna give it a shot, and I'm gonna work for the company for 6 months so that they can pay for the school. They're gonna reimburse me for the school that I paid. So they're gonna pay for the school. It's pretty much they paying for the school. So if you work for them for 6 months, they pay for the school. Otherwise, you got to pay for it. So I'd rather have them pay for it. Plus, I'm going to get experience with this trucking company. So I give it a 9. The school, I give it a 9 out of a 10. They're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. But they are a great school to go to. I recommend it highly if you want to learn how to, if you want to get your CDL driver's license, which is the CDL A driver license, which is for tractor trailers. They specialize in that, and that's pretty much what they drill you on, and it's a great place to go. There wasn't a lot of stress. I was not stressed out like a lot of people get stressed out. Prepare yourself. If you take your permit in your hometown, you should be pretty much prepared. Your CDL, your commercial driver's license, has a whole section on your pre-trip inspection. So doing your pre-trip inspection is already pretty much part of the CDL manual. So you should be already studying this before you even go to the school. Because that way when you get to the school, you'll pretty much be able to have a hands-on inspection, and you're going to inspecting and you're going to be touching the parts. You know, that's the whole thing of going to the CDL school. You'll be able to see the truck and drive the truck. You're not going to be in a class. You're going to be on a truck doing this. So it's good. This school, I recommend it 100%. That's pretty much it. This is the 30-day, 1 month later review. I did it within 3 weeks. I've been home already a week. I'm going to be going back to a state where I'm going to meet my mentor. I'm going to get on the truck with this person. I'm going to have to do a 2-week of 10 days. It's pretty much 10 days driving, a 10-day training type of thing with the person to see, you know, how to move the truck, how to hitch myself to the truck, and how to, you know, that's pretty much, I'm going to be doing another hands-on actually doing the job of driving the truck. But as far as the school is concerned, this is a great school to go to. It's a nice new school. Like I said, be prepared. They give you $100. They take you back and forth to school. They pay for the hotel. They pay for breakfast. It is a very nice hotel. They do double occupancy, unless you want to pay for it yourself. I was actually fortunate enough to have a room for myself. Don't know why, but it just happened that way, where I was put alone, and I appreciated that. I kind of requested, can I be alone, and they just left me alone. I don't know if they do that with everybody, but they did it with me. Even though I had 2 beds, I was pretty much by myself. So I do appreciate that from the school, and I think the school is great. I'm not getting paid for this. I'm just telling you because I did study a couple of schools, and some schools put you on a computer, I heard, the first week. They don't do that here. There's no computers. There's no class. There's no sitting in the school room and waiting and sitting behind a desk. The only time that happens is the first time is the first day you're there. So for the first day between 7 and 11:30, you're in a classroom. They're explaining to you. You're writing stuff. You're signing contracts. They're giving you your paperwork. They're explaining to you what's the routine. And then after lunch, you're on the field. There's no more class after that. That's the first day. First day, you're going to be in a truck driving. That's what's good about this school. So I recommend it 100%. And this is just my 1 month review of Select CDL School. That's the name of the school is called Select. This is the little hat they gave me. Select CDL Driving School. Pretty cool. Alright? They're great. I recommend them 100%.